In a large mansion, shrouded in moss, lived Vagra. Wrapped up all cozy, 7 blankets deep, she slumbered in peace, cocooned in her sleep. Sleep was her solace. It granted reprieve, freedom to be happy that her real life could not give. Dreams so full of friendly people and whole worlds for her to perceive. But visitors came, bearing nothing but dread. She reflected their fears back at them in her stead. She reflected the pain they were planning to cause, took lives when their intention was to take hers. This lasted for centuries, ever since she was bestowed with her gift. Or was it really a curse? Vagra was no slayer. She was but a mirror, reflecting the choice of others as her conscience remained clear. A buffer of karma, an impenetrable wall, mirroring the full wrath of whatever came at her. Her ability turned Vagra into a target, feared and envied by those who reigned, which in the end brought them nothing but pain. In their eyes, she was shrouded in sin. There wasn't a thing she could change, as resentment and anger brewed deep within. With boredom and bitterness as her soul's guests, she played along, with darkness as jest. Dark wings she'd sprout for a moment's play. Upon the wall she'd perch with her black snake tongue on display. Splitting herself in two, commanding the strife. Let them turn on each other and end their own life. It all began when she stole 3 lilac discs, forgetting her fear, not thinking of risks. The power she wielded beyond her own grasp, control of reality by chance in her hands. Companions long gone, falling victim to age. But why would such evil need friends at this stage? Connect me with mother, she'd often implore, but in spite of it all, her pleas were ignored. The great pink flower, a messenger of sorts, wouldn't lie to Vagra, even as a last resort. You know that mother can't accept you, it always replied, just as the time before. Then tell her to stop sending anyone here. You must understand that's impossible, dear. Yet dawn brought a surprise, a visitor rare. In rays of sunshine, she fluttered with care. The presence of light brought warmth to Vagra's soul, a love unconditional, her heart's only goal. For once, Vagra found solace in light one's embrace, no longer reflecting the pain she did face. For she could now bring kindness, not fright, a newfound purpose with love's guiding light. She loved her so much. Your presence inspires unbridled delight. But paradise fleeting, darkness did loom, in light's gentle hands and knife's silent gloom. No, Vagra, no, bind me, the light one did plead, her heart unable to commit the evil deed. So Vagra grabbed the knife-armed wrist, only to release it again, not willing to resist. I won't, Vagra said, her resolve firm and bright, for she knew in her soul that she chose what was right. With chest open, her shoulders wide apart, she stood ready to take the knife to her heart. But I don't want to, the light one cried out. Crushed by the awful truth she did realize. As well as committing the unthinkable act, if she kills Vagra, she will cause her own demise. As the knife appeared once more in their hands, the light one stepped forth, merging them into one. Darkness and light to halves of one whole, to ensure she could never bring Vagra any harm. This won't do, Vagra said as she split off again. She looked gently into the eyes of her friend. You have to accept me. It'll only work then. Doubt entered her soul, fear taking its toll, that by accepting Vagra she'd let evil into her soul. Pure light answers with love, never with hate. To accept evil she feared would seal her fate. Yet Vagra's words, loving and smooth, revealed to the light one the truth. She acted not in response, but to adhere to the compulsion to destroy all evil she was near. That mother's curse kept Vagra confined in the castle where she resigned. Though deemed forsaken and cast aside, mother's call would not be denied. In secret, when she encountered danger, mother sent bad people to Vagra, expecting her to deal with malicious strangers. She'd use Vagra, then hide and forget, denying it all once her needs were met. The Light One had to admit the truth unfurled, that light alone couldn't save the world. Mother would blame her, refusing to see the value in shadow, how effective it could be. The Light One spoke of hardship, yearning for her counterpart's presence. Vagra echoed the sentiment, lost without partnership, left all alone since adolescence. She struggled without the light, unable to respond with goodwill. No matter how ready, she felt as if kindness was not part of her skill. Reflections cast shadows, not to spread strife, but to mirror evil in the journey of life. No malice brewed within Vagra's core. She merely reflected what others bore. Like a lesson in Aikido, a subtle art, when you step aside, playing your part. The inertia of the opponent's intention, their downfall's inevitable source, as they tumble, ensnared by their own force. Their bond was now tested by fate's cruel game, but their care for each other remained the same, for returning evil with evil was not the way. In love's tender light they chose to stay. In words harshly spoken, a lesson was gleaned. What we despise in others, in ourselves is unseen. Shadow and light now live hand in hand. In eternity's embrace, united they stand.